What's your problem over there? Are you confused?
Yeah.
Good. So we got to make a bushing that goes the OD with a double step here, and we got an ID with a double step here. The problem is the steps are opposite of each other, so you can't do them in one setup. So we have to do the OD first, and we'll cut these steps on the outside here. Except we got the boring bar set up in there right now, but I can't hold it off that. So we're taking that out. So I'm going to cut the OD down first. So you got 3 and 5/8 should be your dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got to do our shoulder. So the final shoulder is going to be 1/110, but the depth of the first one is the one that matters. So where's the number we had before?
This is one, an inch and 210 thou.
That's a length.
That's the depth of the damn hole. That's the depth of
That's
the
on
shoulder.
this side, though.
That's on this side.
Where's your small side?
This is the small side.
There's your small side. Okay.
The depth of the shoulder from the back of that is 1 inch
573.
10 thou.
The depth.
No,
this,
that's the
DOD,
diameter.
This
yeah.
is the diameter. This is the length.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be cutting down from this direction here. So I usually go the other direction, but whatever. So this one here is going to be our bigger diameter, because when you're doing this is opposite how we're making it. That's why you don't draw it that way. We can't make it bigger in here. We got to make it bigger on this side.
You gotta know what the hell you're doing.
So you're drawing this backwards,
Technically, no, the hell it isn't.
isn't it?
No.
Oh, you're on the other side. Okay, I'm on the opposite side. Yep, you're right. I'm wrong. Okay, so we're going to step this out here, cut our diameter, and then go down and turn this down. Now, what's the OD on this whole big thing?
I don't know. 2 inches? Should be.
Because once you go past that second inch, 2 inches, what's these two numbers add together?
What?
The 105 and the 210.
That should equal 222.
Which is that dimension. So what's the difference between the 222 and our 5/8? That's our
an
next
inch.
step. That's our next step.
The difference between the two
Where's the
is
tripod at?
an inch and 400 thou.
Okay, write it down.
I did.
Good. So now you know what we're doing.
So
What are we doing?
we're cutting.
This looks better now. Now we can see lathe work better. I'm gonna watch Josh go into manual labor. See how good this goes.
No, I would not do this.
This is too complicated for you?
Yeah,
A simple bushing is too complicated?
That's doing too much.
It's too much for you. First thing is make sure this is tight. Ugh. Did it move?
No.
Must be tight. What's this for?
I don't know. You put that there.
It's out of the way now. Put your tools away you left out. Did you leave those out?
What tools?
The ones that were up here?
You did.
Oh, okay. It's my fault. Okay, good.
You were in here last.
Okay, now we gotta go over here and change the cutter to an outside cutter instead of an inside cutter. So, see how much clearance I got in all my tools?
Mm-hmm.
So when you bore, you have to have the clearance going this way. When you're cutting, you have it going that way. The backlash. So now you go the other direction. Got that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take this crap out of here because we're not going to use it no more. Because this is for the inside of the hole, not the outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that goes back over here in a pile. Here's your cheap calipers you use because you don't know what you're doing. So if you break them, we don't care. This is a what?
Turning tool.
This is a cutter that's been resharpened a million times already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a nice fresh cutter to use?
Mm-mm.
So we're going to stuck with this one then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now this has a big radius on it. Are you going to compensate for that big radius on there?
No.
Yeah.
No.
What are you going to do?
Leave the big radius.
Leave it in there?
Yeah, it's fine.
That means you got to change them dimensions by the radius dimension. No. If not, you're going to bottom out in the shoulder and the fillet. You don't care about bottoming out in the fillet?
No, it's aluminum.
What's that got to do with bottoming out in the Phillip?
It'll
Fill
just
it.
cut away.
How's it going to cut away? We're pushing into our tool.
Well, there's a sharp edge on it.
And then we deburred that edge. Didn't quite hit it, did I?
How thick is that?
How's our tangent line? A little low or a little high or good?
I don't know.
Tangent line comes in this direction.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's it look like?
It looks in the middle to me, as far as I can tell.
Looks a little low to me because it's angling this way. Vertical yet?
I'm assuming, yeah. Yeah, as far as I can tell.
90 degrees this way, straight up down.
I don't know if it's 90, but I'll give it 88.
This is straight. Is it parallel right now? Or is it downhill still?
As far as I can tell, it's parallel. That's a good distance for my eyeballs to be trying to look, but
Just a bit downhill. Usually you go higher. About now. This is our parallel surface here. Or you can look at this 90 degrees off of this. Be parallel going up or 90 degrees going that way. Like it yet?
yeah.
You like it there? Not low still?
Maybe.
Yeah, you like it, but it might be a little low.
I mean, I work with it. I don't.
Hey, this is manual lathe work.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, the manual lathe we do have, it's
Got a tool holder on. Well, this ain't no
doesn't.
tool holder.
Yeah, it has tool holder.
Do you like that one better? Or are we still low?
No, you should be fine.
Still looks low to me.
How does it still look low to you?
Because it still looks low to me. Because I'm looking at it.
I don't know. At this point.
Now you don't know. I keep going up, you don't know.
Yeah,
You're looking
I
at
can
it.
tell you.
To me it looks a little low still. It's still a little low, I think. Oh well, we'll find out in a minute. When you cut across, there's a titty, it's low. If there's no titty, it's good. If it goes above the titty, you got a problem. Alright, so you know how to use a lathe?
No,
Good.
this is not the time to teach.
Yeah, it's perfect time because you're facing.
This is not the time to teach, Tatro.
It's facing. This is the on switch. That's the off switch.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, which one do you use?
The big red button?
It's not a button. It's an on switch or an off switch.
Alright. I can leave this wrench on here?
Yeah. Is it in the way? You gotta turn the lathe on though.
Yeah, I need to make sure some things right. I get the
It's got two handles that matter. There you go. You figured out the two that work.
Yeah, I need to make sure I'm doing that right. Dude, this bar is not straight.
Is that why it's wobbling?
I will assume so.
I know how to correct that. Do you know how to correct that problem?
Nope.
Are you cutting anything? What? What are you cutting? Half a thou? Let's cut some metal off. What are you waiting for?
See, that's the difference. You want to cut.
Don't cut it all. There's in between those two numbers work. You can't cut it all in one cut.
Says who?
That cutter won't do it. Let's go, start cutting. It's not the final job, it's called cutting. Crank it, let's go. Crank that feed rate up. Let's go, get through it. This isn't the finished cut, let's go. Come on, spin it. You're all day at this rate.
Oh yeah.
the lathe on, it's no stop on it, so if you want to keep it from going backwards as you're cutting, you got to hold that crank in the right spot. That big one.
Huh?
It'll move on you if you don't.
That don't sound healthy. There ain't no nipple. Why he over here talking that shit again? There is a nipple. No, that's because it went.
Cutting now? Oh, yeah, you learn how to crank it now. That was your final cut there, but oh well. Okay, did titty get cut off or titty got pushed off?
Titty got pushed on.
Okay, so it's too hot.
No, because it moved as you were telling me it's gonna move.
Let's see, we got. Okay, so if you look in there in the titty, see that's way high? These were too high.
So it was too high.
Yes, it was. You know why?
Because you kept saying it was too low.
Yeah, the tangent line was too low, but the
Because
too
you
low.
kept saying it was too low.
That's because there's a big ass radius on that bit, and it probably ain't very sharp either. So now, like that. See how I left a little bit of a tip there? Now there's no titty, because that's the right height. Okay. Now you need to crank it by hand, or use power feed. And that's what we want, high speed, use power feed. Just a piece of metal in there. Power feed. Not this one, but this one. It doesn't have a bad speed on it, so
Huh?
it has a bad speed on it.
Oh. It's moving.
That's moving. That's good. Keep it fine, keep it nice. That's good. I didn't really look at it. It's a very good stuff. Got it? Like that. Put a little extra there. Put it on. Put a bad tooth in it to stop. These are really good high quality machines here. So they're going about a 4-inch here into the stop. Come over to the pressure on here. See that pressure? Guys, we'll repeat that way. Heavy pressure. Also a pressure, and I'll do the stop, I'll keep it going. It's got power feed, but it's not exactly 100%. Put it out.
I can't tell, there's too many tips. See how nice finish it gets there?
Mm-hmm. So there, that's how that works. So I usually turn that crap off down like this one. Okay, now if you're going to feed this direction, you can't cut at high speed, you're going to have to listen. Look over there.
Why?
It goes too fast. touch. Got these power feet. You got to turn power feet on. This lever here. This is a gauge. This lever here. Get a map of cover taken. That's it. You come back here with it. Just touch cover whatever you see here. That's 15 pounds, 14. So that should be enough to clean it. The bar stops never around when you get it. We're only going 3 and 5/8 inches plus the cleaning here. So we go for it because it's something a little bit. So 3 3/4, see it's almost going to step over here. About 1/8 inches stop. Stop. How do you stop it?
What's the thing?
Push the lever up.
Our aluminum is precision grinding.
It's not being precision cut either because it'll keep the crowd away. So it's better than keep it fire. You're not supposed to do that because the cut you want to get out of the way from the seat. You get down to about where you think you're going to stop at. Stop.
It looks like you've had that experience before, huh?
So I don't like the scale because it's a weird reading one. So we're right just under 3 3/4 right now. So that means
All of that.
So that means if you take a hacksaw and start hacksawing it sometime next week, you go all the way through this thing. Guess what we're going to do? Hacksaw. So let me see the whole action. Oh, there's our lever. So now we got an edge to file hacksaw against.
What? We supposed to be going 3 and 5/8. Where do you get 3 and?
We're past 3 3/4 now, see. We're 13/16 almost. We're about 7/90.
Okay.
We got room for the hacksaw. The hacksaw's going to be 100 thou at least. You don't think his hacksaw's going to go straight, do you? They always walk.
Why are we using a hacksaw?
Because I don't want to gnaw it off with my teeth.
We just use a grinder.
Kind of a grinder.
Oh yeah, it's a whole bandsaw right there.
It doesn't work.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can shit on it. I don't think it's going to help.
Okay. Damn it, Tatro.
These are precision shop around here. Okay, so now we got the OD cut. Roughly. Okay, now you got to do the rest of the job.
What? Where's the hacksaw?
We're not hacksawing off till we get further along than this.
Your caliper. Tatro, this is you.
Where's your steps at?
What?
Where's your steps at? You're supposed to be making your steps.
Your step should be however you determined how long it should be.
Well, you got to come up with a dimension and make your first cut.
So.
Now, what diameter is this bar stock that we got left, right?
Yeah. See?
That's why I use cheap ones for that breaking. This is 2 1/8 minus 10 thou.
2 1/8. So 2 1/8.
Now, we can either leave it thick or we can cut it all off. Now, right now, at 2 1/8, it's bigger than our tool. Where's our tool at?
Our tool is 2 inches.
Nope, it's 2 1/8.
Okay, so
The bar stock we used was 2 inch. But the tube here, with the weld on it's 2 1/8, it's sprayed out a little bit. So, I would cut this down to 2 inch so it matches the OD of our tube.
cut it.
So that means you got to cut down 110 thousandths, which is 55 of those numbers right there.
Yeah, you can read that whole lot.
Now, if you want to take this and zero it to a number that's close, it's on 8 now.
What?
So you go 55 now.
Tatro, I didn't even understand that.
Where'd you lose
So-
that at? Where'd you lose that at?
So it's an 8. So you want to cut 50 thou off of it, right? How many times?
No,
how many
55
notches? How many,
55 is 110. This is a 2-to-1 deal.
Oh, because you're gonna just hack it straight off.
I told you it was 2 different numbers there. Each number is 2 thou. So
Okay.
you got one line, it's 1 thou there, that's 2 thou you're cutting.
Okay, so
you know why it's 2 thou? Because it's moving the cutter 1 thou. So it cuts 1 thou off of this side, and it cuts 1 thou off of that side. That's 2 thou that comes off for every 1 thou you move it. Other machines where it cuts accurately, it moves in a half a thou on each side, makes 1 thou. But this one's different. It's 1-to-1. It's not half.
Oh yeah, you gotta cut that, Tatro. You gotta cut that.
What? This is too confusing for you?
That's killing my brain right now.
The other problem is this is not a really heavy-duty lathe, so it doesn't like making big-ass cuts.
Right,
like that.
that's a super big cut.
So you take like 2 lines at a time, so that's 20. So you go 10.
Right.
And 20. Oh,
What?
Except that wasn't zeroed, so.
Right.
So we don't even know where we're at right now. So we're not on the surface right now because someone backed off. So first thing I do is go get on the surface. First thing I got to figure out where zero's at because somebody moved to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Now this bit's a big radius bit. If you put a sharper bit in there, it might work better for us. We don't want to do that. We should put a bit in there. Let's put a bit in there.
Ah, it's fine.
No, because I don't want to confuse you.
You just said it's 2.
So where's the sharp bit at? Here, give me a sharp bit back there that's not broken. Probably one of those ones with no coating on it, because aluminum doesn't like coatings. Did you know aluminum doesn't like coatings?
Not necessarily. This one's got a big radius on it too.
Okay, you get one that doesn't have much radius on it?
This looks like a 15th thou cutter.
That's way more than 15. That's a 30 right there. This is hand sharpened. You got one that looks good? Or they all junk? That's a big radius on that one too.
They're all big radiuses.
What do you got that don't have a big radius on it?
Nothing? Oh look, this one right here. Little radius, hand sharpened. Hand sharpened.
Real light too. How about this one here?
Why are you using the good stuff?
None of these are good because none of these have big radiuses on because that's what I get cheap on eBay. Sharp ones cost for a lot of money. So that's got probably a 30 radius on that. So that means we're going to screw up our number by 30. Here's my chip breaker too. You know why I use a chip breaker?
Why?
Because this one's made to have one in there, so I put it in there, even though it doesn't do anything. Okay, now we're down to a 30 radius, and we've got a brand new bit, which is going to change our center height a little bit now. Because this one's not been resharpened, radiused a bunch. See how it's straight up and down right now?
Mm-hmm.
The other one wasn't because it's all radiused and worn out and not very even.